pardon me, who's not ready yet. Isn't that strange? I'm an Aries rising, and we were born ready. Yeah, if there's divine timing, Aries is the divine timing, babes. You don't make us wait. We have the earthquake that happened in San Diego. I wanted to talk about the way that the elephants at the San Diego Zoo formed an alert circle, which is that's the way they protect themselves, I think, from lions, and they'll put the young in the middle, and but it could be anybody, right? That they get in that alert circle. Now, anybody what? Well, there's an enemy. There's something trying to harm them, right? So that's the possibility. See, now that that vision, what they showed on the news of that stance, that those elephants, and they're very intelligent creatures, extremely, um, because they're kind of like ETs or something. What I mean is that they're an intelligent life. Man, I wish I could live with the elephants. But anyway, that stance is very. I think it's like the entrance of what is going to be happening. See, that's the Aries look. The Aries is the warrior that stands centered, and they have their like beings, right? They're friends in the center of their garden, and they formed that circle that faced out and said, "Come on, bitch, right now." You know, it's like you're gonna take us on. We're gonna, we have our boundaries here. That's Aries. See, the word Aries is in the word boundaries, but to stress that symbolic look, that thing where it's like, okay, so there was something there that made them do that. See, it's like an energy that just it separated itself out and said, "Look at this," right? That's what we might think will be going on. Will be going on just throughout the time that Neptune is in Aries, especially in the beginning here. See, when Mars starts to oppose Pluto and the warlords and whatever is going to go on here. This in 3 days we have the 19th. I'll put this on today on the 16th because I think that the last video wasn't that. It was not updated anyway, and so but this is just an update, short video talking about. Pardon the light. Sorry about that. Yeah, that stance, that symbol, that's what humanity is going to start taking because they do have an enemy. And it's just, I mean, well, how do you know, Shauna? What do you mean? Do you need a glass of cool, crisp, clean glass water? Did I talk about the water yet? Yeah, we should be surrounding the water and saying, why is it happening? That you want to talk about the San Diego water supply and all of the water supply. It's like it's being tainted with chemicals coming off of the coal mines. They're pouring sulfuric acid in there and stuff. And fluoride, everybody knows that, right? Now, I mean, if you don't, man, are you the last one to know? See, and man, see, a part of the organism, it's going to be like that elephant. Humanity is going to rise up and say, "Excuse me," and I say, it doesn't really need to have to. See, it forms a vortex like that, and it says, "No, we are here. Come on. What are you going to do? With us?" Because for sure the elephants have their land, and it's huge. Those babies they're able to hear thunderstorms like 300 miles away. They don't do it with their ears, they do it with their feet. Very soft, beautiful feet. And oh man, I wish I could live with the elephants. I'd love to go to Africa and say, yeah, but I have 300 elephants that I have to take care of, and they love me, and I ride one to the liquor store. Wouldn't that be great? I'd love it. Or just maybe a bunch of ostriches. I don't know. I could ride an ostrich. People do, they can. Imagine like a big old bird that you can ride. It's out there and you're like, let's go, baby. And it's just like, right? Fuck yeah. Why not? What happened to that? Sucks. So anyway, yeah, that's what humanity see. It's going to happen coming up that the manatees are going to float out. It's America. Like, we've had enough. We had enough. No, we're not. See, we love you guys, but it's time that we just protect our health and protect ourselves and protect each other. And there is where I say to socialize money. First of all, socialize media. You know, why can't we identify what the fuck is happening? Kind of like the elephants. Okay, there's the elephants, and there's something shaking over there. Interesting. Or whatever it is. Somebody coming after them with a something, or a lion is there. See, and see that, but that's going to happen. See, with Neptune, Neptune is something that is going to make something more visible to our minds by way of this action of drama. Because how else does God and or evil, the devil, show up but through this medium here of the drama? And so yeah, Neptune is going to show us a version of, first of all, and boy, when they see, I've never really seen that before, and they reported it. They said, look at the way these elephants did when the earthquake started happening. Pardon me while I get ready to go out today. Um, and so yeah, that's the way that it could happen. That, see, Aries is very instinctual. It does not back down from feeling its entire responsive system. It just reacts. It just goes, whoa, what happened? And ask questions later. What happened? Well, it looks like that you were trying to get me with something. Um, yeah, so that's humanity in a little nutshell that's going to happen. I say come start, well, if they do get pummeled some more financially or whatever it is. See, the whole damn wreck, really what it is they're walking in deception, right? And like they always say, there's plenty that are catering to the enemy or whatever, and they like their servitude. But see, that's the thing. That's it. That's the earthquake right there. And it's like, okay, good. Fucking go over there. Have your disease and shit, enslavement, and too much work, and not even able to touch the ground. And we're going over here. I'm going to find that darn picture now and make it this cover of this short video. I tried to make it longer by mentioning it 3 times. Did you see? Did you hear? It's rising up in the human instinct that's going to just naturally vibrate, and that's what's called the rebellion. The rebellion is when it's just the word bell is in it. Okay, it means to, well, they to retune to the tune of just your natural ability, which is whatever it is. You see, if you're of the truth. See, with the elephants, is the fact that they protect each other like that and do what they do, and you don't want to fuck with the elephant after a while. I mean, they're nice, but then they can just fucking absolutely knock your house down if they want, and they have done that. See, in villages in Africa, when they about how they kill their grandpas and their grandmas. What I mean is the elephants. The elephants' elders are killed. See, they're just like human beings. They bury their dead and they celebrate, and they're just like human beings. And so then the human being goes over there and kills them for their ivory. And whenever they kill them, they kill a grandpa or a grandma. They can live a long time too. And they actually keep the whole tribe together because they communicate like deep messages like the guru does whenever they're having a trouble about whatever shit they have to deal with, especially the human population out there, right? They probably, let's do this and let's meditate, you know what I mean? So, but then when they were taking them away, see that the elephants started realizing, they started getting pissed. See, they started getting more and more violent because the elders were being taken away. And they just, of course, now what happened was in one little village there, the tribe of elephants, having kind of reproduced a little bit and just becoming more violent because they don't have their elders there. They they saw what was happening and they went into the village at night. They went into the village of the pillagers. What I mean is the riflers, the hunters, whatever tourism that is, right? They went and found those people in the huts and started killing them. That's a true story. The fucking elephants smelled them out, went in there, and just and fucked the village up. And they did hunt down the place where they slept the idiots that go in there to kill them and stuff like that. So thanks for listening to this. Yeah. See, with Neptune and Aries, that's the rumor or the kind of thing. It's a civil war that happened last time in the United States when Neptune was in Aries. So you want to watch Mars now. Mars has been dog paddling. Basically, for me, I was just doing it. I can't even swim anymore. I'm just trying to float, just stay afloat. Hold some. There you go. I can't. Hi. You want something from me? I'm over here in the ocean. It's been 6 months like that for a part of humanity. Some of humanity is like, what's going on? I can't seem to go. It's a fucking dog paddle. Somebody's taking advantage of that though. Somebody's like, God, these people are so easy to walk on all the time. You don't have to do the same thing all the time. We're like, what are we gonna do? What the fuck are we gonna do? Who's we, Shauna? What is it that you need to be taken out and get a croissant? Yeah, sure, no. Be careful of those croissants out there, babes. That dough and the stuff inside of it. Make sure that, man, you want to lay back on wheat. It has, I mean, most likely all of it, man. I mean, you gotta watch out. You notice that they're coming up with it now. I mean, especially with your dog food. But they're doing it with dog food. They're like, you know what? The food is fucked. Did you notice how fucked the food is? They're not saying it by with the human beings, right? But they're just saying, you know what? And so now here's, in New York, they get special delivery. The farmer's dog is chilled. What is it? It's the same as human food. Great. How good are you going to get there? But you do get good because, no, they were really feeding the animals stuff so horrible. And you could see it. The dogs are getting all with tumors and fucking new illnesses, and nobody questions it. Not a narcissist. They think it's normal to be sick. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, they wouldn't get next to anybody unless they were. Having said this, I'll close it up. Am I making these videos out? Am I getting them out? I'm going to put this on the 16th here. Hello to the other side of the earth that are just getting ready to go to sleep, I guess. Yeah, talking about that, I'm pretty sure, see, if you are healthy, well-rounded, you've achieved the higher octave of love, you're mentally sound, you're not mentally ill, then you don't need people. I say it like that. It's important to know what I mean. You just have people. You move in and out of them. Hey, what's up, your friends? You get along. But as soon as you fall south as a mentally ill and you go mentally ill, now you need people, especially that relationship. I mean, if you look at it, narcissists are very obsessed with it. Yeah, they are. And uh, I see it a lot where I live here. The women, some women, it's like, ooh, boy, sorry, that are they can't settle down, I guess. They do, but they don't, right? I mean, it's like that poor guy that they marry, man. It's like, do you know that she has been messing around all her life? Like, she can't seem to stop, man. You know what I mean? What the fuck? I think so. Some men are like that too, of course. Yeah, I think so. They kind of have this mentality, right? That it just kind of peels through them. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, 3 at a time. That's okay. Well, and that's so gross. That is so disgusting. Because that's energy that, that's a soul place that you're going to. That's a pool of, that's not even human yet, babes, because you're supposed to evolve through that very higher learning tool together. Together you can learn and elevate yourselves and work together. See, this is just a undermining thing that goes on. They could all be married, and then and it's supposed to feel so fucking terrible because so and so fuck so and I'm married, and everybody's saying, trust love, trust love. Sorry. God, I wish I could filter this one, but no, I'm gonna post it, damn it. Yeah, but we could talk about it more. You see, Mars is gonna oppose. We can look at the dance that's going on. It's just remarkable. That's why us astrologers, we keep looking at it and looking at it. And it's not just Mars opposed Pluto. I'm a Martian person and I can really feel it, so I'm kind of just saying, look at it, man. No, but it's huge. It's a huge theme. See, Mars and Cancer, and then everything's going into the Mars ruled planet sign. Let alone that we have Sun in that sign, Aries. Well, Neptune is there, and then see at the 0 point we have the Sun do that. It's this 0 point that is going to reset, and that's where we get a charge of electricity. It's going to happen in, well, I'll tell you the exact date that Mars opposes Pluto. It's actually a little bit after that. Sun will square to Mars. And then a week later, we have the exact opposition starting at the 25th, 26th, for 2 days on that weekend. There's a 3 degrees opposition, Mars, Pluto, Leo, Aquarius. It's very electrifying. That is just, yeah. First time, it gives me the chills just looking at it now. But see, there's a little bit of a, well, no, see, we have it tapering off that the sun was squaring Mars, but it's still it's still a square. You know what? That's like setting that's like setting a wick, lighting it. The sun has squared Mars. Now it's going to go, Mars is going to go and square Pluto, and it's just going to be like implosion. Implosion. It doesn't have to be an explosion, see, but the last time that this happened, now I'm going to look at it, was in January. Where is it now? Yeah, see, right there, January 1st, it hit. And then I don't know when those LA fires started, but I think it was around about the 4th or whatever, and you could see it right here, how it went backwards and it hit. It really rubbed. It had gone retrograde and it rubbed on fucking Pluto, and the place was burning down. And that was fully planned and choreographed. And even the winds are controlled by the Gwyn towers. They move static electrical, massive electromagnetic fields that you know how static, if you know, you pulled your clothes out of the dryer, or you mess with the TV set and you see something move towards it, well, there's a current there and it moves. It can move air. I've heard it and I've seen it. They put new Gwyn towers here just recently. And I thought, okay, all right. So what? Let's see what happens. Let's see the violent winds come and snap these fucking trees in half. That's what I thought, right? I was thinking, if that's true, that they do control the weather. And yes, they do. The ones dressed as trees, we're supposed to report those. First of all, because they have multi functions, those things. Of course, they're doing a little bit of communications there, but no, they're pumping bad energy into the air, you know, the lower vibrational frequencies. I saw it, man. There was some weird. See, they're testing it by way of they make, see, the chemtrails will make a bunch of clouds, and then you'll start seeing the scalar waves. Sometimes they'll X a place off, babes. They X the place. I saw it. I was driving. I was like, okay, I bet you anything. I went down. They put a Gwyn tower there. They're Xing off places where you should put a Gwyn tower in accordance to other satellite imagery and the landscaping. You know, they're getting just perfected, and they know how to do it. So yes, trees were snapping here when they started snapping. A new thing. Just landed on their house. Green trees, just big ones, just because the wind was so, well, when they, you know, if you can imagine, see, it's just like when you turn the TV set on and then all of a sudden shit pulls to it. That's how violent it will be going. You could probably have these certain winds going, natural winds going like this, but then when they turn that on, it could just be a perfect whiplash for a tree. And that's just exactly what's going on. And also whiplash for the entire air current. It's moving so fast. That's the way they can just keep, I imagine they could just volley the energy and get it to go 90 miles an hour in some areas. Yeah, it's, yeah, yep. So, minute 18, what else are we going to talk about here that you have to get ready for? I'm an Aquarius moon, and not that I like that stuff. It's Aquarius is actually a very romantic sign. That's why that there's Valentine's Day in that month. It rules the higher mind, which is the plasmatic field. We are in the mind of God right now, outer space. Did you make it? It's a technological thing. Wave your hands in the air. Just wave them like you just don't care. Let the neighbors know that you are rebellion, and now you're gonna move the air. Damn. Did I rhyme air with air? Sorry about that. It seems like I did. Air. The word air is mainly AI, but there's an R there. So now you can reverse it. It's telling you that this is a huge technological field. It could be tapped. See, it belongs to Rhea. When you reverse it with the R, you have Rhea. I never talk about that particular spelling Ria, but that's the main thing that you will see around. Maria or Columbia. The combination Ia, I-A, is God. Yes. The reversal, AI, is not. See, for some reason right now we have air, which is the reversal. But no, see, they're trying to tell us that this interfacing system that I found that decodes, and you can look at this, and you have to have an imagination. See, I might be the only one in the Western Hemisphere, if not the modern day visible cuckoo's nest, because there's extraterrestrials, hidden civilizations, not just in Antarctica. No, the places where you see wars happening all the time, like there's in Tibet, see, they're guarding important information. In Iran, they're guarding important information there that is very ancient, and there's a stuck race here that just wants to fuck with shit and try to get to the real technology that is going on, that you have to be benevolent to be able to handle those. And there's a big war on the planet. It is siege, man. Whoa, we have an infection with shit going on. So, but I'm telling you, in Ghana, in Ghana, in the forest, there, see, there's always wars around there, but see, you can't get into their vortexes. But what is happening is they're starting to do earthquakes, right? You can try and shake the shit out of people. And see, they fucked up a lot of the Bangkok. Isn't that near Tibet there? Aren't there Tibetan temples? See, they're holding ground. After a while, it's about vibrational frequencies, and they hold ground. See, the ones in Ghana that contacted me, their village, first of all, it's woman ran, and I think all of it is, but as far as the universe and everything. And so, but when they don't talk, they sing. It's singing. And the vowels are pronounced. You know, Hawaii has a tribe there that their language is mainly vowels. If you listen to it, right, it's like so, you know, and yeah, just look at the Hawaii, you know, and kahuai. But see, they're very feminine there. If you look, they're kind of round, and something going on there. Maybe people are living, and it's not just about the obvious. You know, the shamans, and you have no idea what kind of technology we really are, and what's going on here. So thank you very much for listening. As far as that technology, technically, it doesn't have to be a big war out there. See, that's the thing is that they try to disrupt your vortex from opening up, and that's what we're looking at when the Mars goes back and clicks at that 3 degrees, babes. We've never felt this before in our lives. No, we're living through now. Pluto is hitting 3 degrees. I feel it. I feel it. It trines my 369, feeling fine. If you just get away from the negative energies that are tagging onto you and say, no, 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 actually, you need to separate yourselves out. That's what we're doing now, because we're going through the hourglass. Did we talk about it? It's like finally here. What I mean, it's going through the eye of the needle as a thread, and you don't need any knots. See, now I just got the visuals of people clinging onto each other, and it's like, no, you guys need to separate out and do your soul journey. Know that you're alone here. You're born alone and you die alone, and experience this because God is trying to give you a gift through your body, which is, if anything, it's an experience, babes, and you're gonna notice it. It's like, yeah, with a lot of us, babes, with our Aries, the Aries people, the organism. I'm here to tell you, us leaders, Aries is a leader. It's just going to be like it is feeling like it. It's just with this Mars now. It's going to be sextile to the Sun when it does. What I mean, it's sextile to my Sun. The Libra generation. It's very positive for them. It's not squaring in Cancer anymore. For everybody, it's not a good place to have Mars in Cancer. It was like hospital bound. Like I said, dog paddled in the ocean. It's like, ugh, what's the goal? It's been a lot more like, no, we're just going to go to sleep because we had to do some healing there. I don't know. Just Mars is mankind, and everybody has that in them. Women have their masculinity, their electrical body, their first responding system, the one that says, fuck you, and does what it wants to do and says, just do it, really, by way of like those elephants that say, excuse me, I am what I am. And now what is this? And they go into formation, right? And so anyway, that's just normal. And that's what's going to kind of happen. We just go, usually 100%, usually the Aries is not, they're not just coming out of the blue and saying something is going on and bugging them. No, they're not causing drama. They don't really like drama, although that they can get all into it, right? And seem to be the center of it because of it's the first I am, and it's the drama here. But they're like, really, it's like, well, have you had enough, really? Really, they're very sensitive, really. So thanks for listening to this, and yeah, I'll put this up on the 16th. Like and subscribe. Sorry about the last one and this lighting here. I will take care to do a better job. See, I want to tell you a story about this Neptune going on my ascendant that you can't see what's going on if I left to my own instinct and doing self-care and hopefully getting a little support for my well-being instead of just support whatever for my for having gone down or something. Here, you're down. Well, here, let's feed it. Feed its downness. I don't know. I went shopping last night, and I knew I had this energy. I just know. It's like I just got off the stage because I played my piece, and I played music like this, and so I'm walking, and really I'm not feeling that well. I'm actually very depleted, right? We're at the end stage, and it's like, phew. But no, I actually had this energy. I could feel it, and I'm like, no, this is mine. This is mine, and you don't take it from me. You know that it's a it's a resource. You are a resource if you are connected to God and you're doing your spiritual work, like, yeah, to feel your electrical body, to be an artist that is able to communicate and make a difference to somebody's neurons and say, oh, just a little bit more of a confidence, say a constitution that goes against the world. Now, what I mean is to not let it in. Now, get back to that elephant formation. It's looking, and it's like, we are we, so, and it's misunderstood in people, right? Especially Aries that carries themselves this way and even talks more aggressively. It's like, shh, chicken shit, fucking fall down then. Okay, fine, but we're helping you too. Believe it or not, we have been. We do. Aries sticks up for the ones that are weaker. A lot of the times they do. That's how fucking bitchin' the superhero genre out there is the Aries. They're here now. So if you spell here now, you just put the N and the W down with the E at the end of the H going down, and you have hero. Isn't that neat? The savior. No, it's not a coincidence that stuff is happening. So we're getting rid of our pain by focusing on it and then letting it go. A lot of it is spiritual. It doesn't come from ourselves, other people. And now you have to watch out now because you can heal people around you that are through your relationships, like I was saying, and especially the sex thing, right? This is the same video I'm talking about these whores out there, and it's like, fuck you guys. Filthy buckets of bad energy and fucking karma. Nobody knows who they are there, and it's a zombie scene. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Please don't have kids out of that. Sorry. Pardon me. Sorry. Minute 28. You're gonna like it, subscribe this fucking thing big time. No, I love everybody. I love everybody. It's just like, but it's like sanctuary, sanctuary, and that's what the elephants are doing when they form up. And then the young go in there if it's out in Africa in a real place. The young are being jostled around, but the fucking elephants are fighting off shit that's just terrible. And see, how are we going to do it? Well, we don't do it by literally fighting. See, the warrior just holds ground in an energetic field and says, "We are we," and also, yeah, that energetic ground. I've been doing it here a long time. Yeah, I don't need any fences here. I have a fence of pure love. That's the most fucking dangerous thing. The higher octave says, it's kind of like Clint Eastwood, really. It's just like, go ahead, make my day. Because we're kind of meditating and we would like to get physical. No, we are physical, but what I mean is, there's a vortex, yeah. And even a savage beast respects you because why? Well, you have respect for it. That's kind of the trick, is that you just know them through and through. And it's their beauty, their side of the story, right? Their instinct and everything. And so, but it doesn't mean that you guys go at it and find out who can do one over. No, there is a big respect that the enemy has for their enemy, which is love. Love is the higher vibrational frequency. See, love has allowed their existential reality to happen. When they sense it's God there, babes, because God is love, they don't mess with it. They don't. See, you would see in that fire, the LA fires, they kept showing like a church that was left because good energy was actually manifesting there. And like some people were showing, like, look at this, my Bible didn't even burn. But I think some people were making a movie on that personally. But no, you can see just some buildings did not make it. Some people that were just doing that vortex made it. Okay, they didn't get burned at all. Something just said, no, you don't need this because we love you. It's weird. You get the gist of what I'm saying, and so here's minute 30, and I'm going to stop this now. Yeah, have a nice day.